kind of got froze out of the last video there. But sorry, yes, if you add all that up, so 680 times 12, add that table up, you should get 8160, and that's how many meters we've gone. I'm not actually sure if the question wants it in meters or kilometers, doesn't really matter. But it does want it in two significant figures. So in two significant figures, that's going to come out as 8200 meters or 8.2 kilometers. So sorry about that getting cut off in the last video. The point is a nice little sketch, making sure units are the same and doing your conversion accurately. We find it easier to go up the way rather than back the way. I talked about going back the way in the last video to get from seconds to hours. So that's the easy speed distance times questions. Almost got them done in one video, very almost. Let's try slightly trickier ones in this video. So again, little sketch. Finlay travelled from his home to his work. He's going from his home to his work, and that's 23.1 miles away. So I've used that. His average speed doing that was 42 miles per hour. This is paper 2, by the way, it's a calculator. And he left his home at 08:12. Okay. What time did he arrive at work? Well, if I say speed is distance over time, I'm obviously working out the time. So I'm saying distance divided by speed is the time. So the distance is 42. The distance is 23.1 miles. And he's going at a speed of 42 miles every hour. So 23.1 divided by 42 comes out as 0.55 hours. So about half an hour. Makes sense, doesn't it? The time, the distance there versus the speed is about half. So about half of that. So how do I convert that into a useful time? Well, the time is 0.55 hours. If I then multiply that by 60, that will put it into minutes. 0.55 times 60. So that's 33 minutes. I'll just add that on. So that'll be 08. 33 plus 12 will be 45. 0845. So that's part 1 done. Very nice. And part 2, at the weekend, he plans to make a return journey. He knows the shopping centre is 26 miles away. I think this is going to warrant a different sketch. From his home to the shopping centre. Okay, so he's going from his home to the shopping centre. He knows it's 26 miles away. The car will cover an average of 67 kilometres per gallon. Okay. And the car has got 5 litres in it. So I think I'll maybe just at this point draw a little car and just say that this has got 5 litres in it. Okay. Determine if there's enough fuel to complete this return journey. So the word return keeps popping up. So he plans to make a return journey from his home to the shopping centre. So return, he obviously wants to go there and back. Yeah, it's going both ways. Okay. Determine if he's got enough fuel to do it. Okay. So let's have a wee think. Well, first of all, I'll be thinking speed is distance over time. I would write that down just to kind of see if I can think what the question's really asking me. So yeah, we're going to be looking at distance, aren't we? And then comparing that with the fuel. Okay, so I think the distance is going to be 54 miles. Okay, so the total distance is 26 times 2, so 54 miles, right? Okay. So actually maybe not quite speed distance time, but that's fine. So I'll definitely use this, right? Now, he can do 67 kilometers per gallon. So if I say I've got 67 kilometers per gallon, can I convert that into miles or litres, something like that? So I've got a like for like with my distance. So I think I'll try and work this out into miles. So what is that in miles then? How do I get from kilometers to miles? Well, this is saying that 1 mile is 1.69 kilometers. So if I want to go from miles to kilometers, I'm timesing by 1.609. So the other way would be dividing. So I'm going to divide by 1.609. So quite a tough question, this one, tough question. A lot in it. So that's going to be 41.64 miles is equal to 1 gallon. Okay. And the next thing I want to maybe look at is, well, what's my gallon equal to then? So 1 gallon is equal to, this says 4.54 litres. 545 litres. Now I know, so the next part of it is, well, I know that I've got more than that, don't I? So I know that I'm going 41.64 miles in 4.545 litres. But I've actually got more than that. I have got 5 litres. So how do you get from here to here? Well, we could do an intermediate, couldn't we? Let's maybe do 1 litre and then go to 5 litres. I think this is exact same as what I've been saying for other questions. This layout, exact same, just something equals something and then ratioing it. Very, very common. So how do I get from here to here? Well, I'm going to divide by 4.545. So I need to do the same on both sides. So 41.64 divided by 4.545. So that's going to be a 9.1617. And then times by 5 for 45.8. I'll call it 81. And that's miles. So my 5 litres will take me 45.81 miles, and the distance is 54. So no. So I'll just do a wee bit here. I'll just say no, as 54 miles is greater than 45.81 miles. So a very, very tough question. A lot in that. More of a kind of it's almost like it's really a ratio question actually when you think about it, your ratio and everything. But the problem here is you're changing so many units that it's very easy to get lost. And I think having the units laid out nicely with all your the correct words and just taking your time may help. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people struggle with this question. It's very wordy. But look, you're getting your what's the distance I'm aiming for? Okay. How much am I comparing? And I think you would start to get marks for converting different things. So laying out your working really helpful there. But yeah, the first bit we should be definitely getting the speed distance time for that, and then this is very kind of context problem solving. And I think we'll do one more question hopefully. Let's see. Joe at a business meeting. He travelled from his home to business to work. Okay, he arrived at 11:45. He travelled 220 miles, an average speed of 50 miles an hour. And during this time, he stopped for half an hour for breakfast. So I'll just say 30 minutes stop. So that's when you got everything in here. So I've done that. He travelled that amount. Yep. And did a wee stop. So calculate the time you left home. Well, I suppose what it's saying is we're working back the way. So how long did his actual journey take? Well, speed, distance, time. How long did that take? Distance over speed is equal to time. So the distance is 220 divided by my 50 miles an hour. So that's 22 divided by 5. So I'll do a little chimney sum for that. Carry the 2, so that'll be 4. Carry the 2, and that will be 4 again. So 4.4 hours it took him to do this journey. Just running out of time, so I'm rushing this. So 4.4 hours. That's the same as 4 hours and 0.4 times 60 minutes. Now to do this, 0.4 times 60 is 0.4 times the 10 and the 6. So that's 4 times 6. So that's then 24 minutes. And then you're just working back the way. So working back the way, we're taking off our 30-minute lunch break, then take off your 4 hours and 24 to get 6:51. So sorry that's a wee bit rushed, but I hope that was helpful.